Hey.
What is up? It is Mark Cordone and Erin Wathen.
Close enough.
Executive coach and author of Why Can't I Stick to My Diet? I can't believe we're in the same city, sister.
Why?
Because we're never in the same city.
Except for when we are.
Okay, this is also the problem that I have with her. We constantly are fighting. Like, I told her, like, I think last week that I think that you're like a living Daria. she just broke character because she's a living Daria if you ever get to talk to her. But what have we been doing this whole week?
Nothing.
We've been doing nothing. This is Daria for you right now. I'm already sweating. I already want to get off of this
You're already
live.
regretting this.
I'm already regretting this.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. For many of us, we've made resolutions, and it's only February, to oftentimes change our diet, become more healthy, function at a higher level. And Erin is one of those folks who can help you get there. So talk about what you do, Erin.
I help people just get past the blocks of why they can't seem to stick to whatever food plan they're attached to. It doesn't have to be paleo or keto or whatever. It isn't necessarily about the food, it's about what's behind the food, which a lot of us don't really want to touch. We want to talk about, the keto thing or the paleo thing, when it's actually what's our attachment to the food and what we're eating instead of addressing, which is kind of what we all repel from.
Okay.
But if we don't address that, we're the ones that keep doing the New Year's resolutions.
So what do you mean by like addressing? There's things more to address than the resolution. Like, what would be examples of that?
For instance, if we're having a bad day, why do cookies come to mind?
Because just drown that bad day where Erin just made fun of me. I just want to eat another cookie.
Well, why does Erin making fun of you make you want to eat cookies? Why can't you talk to a friend? Why can't you just tell Erin to knock it off? Like, there's so many other coping mechanisms besides
I have
carbs.
told Erin to knock it off.
In all seriousness, unless we're willing to really explore that and just be a little bit uncomfortable for, 10, 15 minutes, find other ways to handle those feelings, manage those feelings, then we typically gain the weight back, which is what happens with a lot of people. They gain and lose the same, 10 or 20 pounds, which is so hard on your body. And also it's really hard psychologically because we just beat up on ourselves. We think it's never ending, when it doesn't have to be that way. You can just find a better way to live, and it doesn't have to be this constant struggle. I used to be that way. I used to always be on a diet or thinking of a diet or how many calories I'd eaten. Not that way anymore. I don't even stress out about it because I dealt with my stuff. That's why I wanted to help other people, because you can do it. You can live without the constant white noise of what did I eat, how many calories are in it, am I going to be skinny by Friday?
Yeah.
Probably not. There is a better way to live, but a lot of us, we're just so used to like going on Weight Watchers, and then we lose the same 10 pounds, and then it comes back, and we're mad at ourselves, and we do it again. Wash, repeat, when there is a better way.
So if there were 3 tips that you want to give out to folks who are not only interested in sort of the numbers game of losing weight, but sort of the internal work that you talk about.
Sure.
What would be 3 things that you'd want us to know?
First of all, keep track of what you're eating. Before and after what you're eating, keep track of how you're feeling. So before you eat lunch, just how am I feeling? Angry, sad, frustrated, annoyed, whatever. Okay? And then afterwards, check in with yourself. Am I stuffed? Am I satisfied? And in a couple days, notice, are there any patterns? First thing. Second thing, halfway through your meal, pause. Put your fork down. Do I still want to eat this? Does it taste good? Is it the right temperature? Do I even like salad? Like today, halfway through my salad, I'm like, I'm good. But if I
That was good too.
You were good too?
Yeah.
Good to know. But if I didn't ask myself that, I probably would have finished it because there was still salad to be eaten. And lastly, be able to ask yourself the rough question of, why do I go to cookies when I'm sad? Why do I do this? And be open to not knowing right away, but at least be open to asking the question. Because if we're just sort of in this place where it's all about, points or whatever, then we're never going to move past that stage where all we think about are calories, because there's something bigger behind the food. Because we're all smart. We all know how many calories in an apple. You know, right?
Yeah, she's
80.
looking at me through the side
80,
of her
right?
eye. Again, she's giving me the Daria look.
No, so we're all smart. We can do math. We've read the books, whatever. But why do we keep getting in this situation? It's because there's something else behind it. And we need to be able to forgive ourselves and move past it. And you know what? It's totally possible.
It is totally possible. And you know what is totally possible? Getting roped in to the golden mic question. So here we go.
Is there a golden mic question?
There is a golden mic question.
Is it awful?
It's awesome. And so what I'm going to throw, I hate when you look at me like I cannot look at you.
You hate it when I look at you, okay.
Yes, because like you stare at me with laser beams. So this is what I'm going to do. Imagine a golden microphone appearing in front of you.
Okay.
And it translates into every language across the world. Everyone can hear it.
Okay.
So for 2 minutes, you have the attention of the world. What is it that you would say into the golden microphone?
No pressure.
No pressure.
Just that it's just food. I mean, it's not life. It's not the way you should be getting pleasure. It's not the end all be all. It's just meant to fuel us, quite frankly. But something got lost in translation throughout the years. And we put way too much pressure on ourselves for food to satisfy a lot of needs. And food is very cultural, it's celebratory, but it doesn't have to be something that is stress reducing, stress inducing. It's just supposed to, quite frankly, fuel our day. And it can be undone. We can't undo those bad habits, but we just have to be open to doing it.
All right.
I don't think I used my full 2 minutes.
You did not, but I'm going to cut you off for staring at me. There you have it. Erin, it's just food, y'all. It's just food. It looks like the business is picking up here. We finished right on time.
Yeah.
I'm going to post Erin's book, Why Can't I Stick to My Diet? And let's have a good time, okay? See ya.